Hello, my name is Ilara,
And I am Rebecca Ilara.
and here is what we call ranting, suggesting solutions. In the words of Omoyele Shore, presidential aspirant for AAC, we cannot continue like this.
Very true. We cannot actually continue like this. Looking at the state of Nigeria, we cannot continue like this.
But a lot of people can't continue like this, right?
Yeah.
What? Why are we not using the solution of not continuing like this? Because a lot of people are actually using a method not to continue like this. A lot.
So what are those methods?
Jackpot is top of the list. A lot of families are jackpotting, and it's a sounding confirmation that people can no longer continue like this.
I don't blame them.
As in, the situation is really it's becoming tragic. It's becoming tragic that we can no longer continue like this. So why are we not using that solution? Why are we not jackpot?
So jackpot is not a bad thing. Don't get us wrong. It's not a bad thing. But after you have jackpot, what now happens to your land? What happens to your land?
Which land?
Nigeria.
People are selling the land to Japan. You are still talking about people are selling practically everything about them.
Permit me, Yoruba will say Ile labo simi oko. Are you telling me that
these ones are not coming back home?
No, there is nobody that goes on a journey.
One of the things also we also need to consider is that will there still be Nigeria in another 30 years, 20 years, 10 years time? A lot of people jackpot in before independence.
Yes.
And then if you ask them where they are from, anywhere across the world now, you will hear I'm from the western region, I'm from the northern region, because when they left, there was no country like we have right now. There was no independent country.
Okay.
So what does that suggest? That suggests that why should anybody invest in their land when they are not even sure it's gonna remain?
Still be there.
Yeah. So that's to tell you the state of things right now. Is people are getting to lose hope. You are talking about ownership, that we own this place, but people are losing hope already. Or
very true.
They've lost hope, because that's very what it means. It's not migrating that is the problem right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people migrating, but the sense behind Nigerians migration is what is bothering us and what is causing them to migrate. But to make case for you, I've made case for people jackpot that you have reasons to. But to make case for us that would remain by choice, and some by compulsion. They tried it after 3 times or 4 times.
Yeah, no, okay.
You've been rejected. And you cannot stand the don't get liver for that vegetarian thing. Even the picture, even seeing the picture is terrifying.
Not an option.
So why should you stay? One, like we said, ownership. We still can't dispute the fact that blacks and Africans own Africa. It can't. So we need to claim ownership. We need to claim it. And that claiming ownership will spur us into being responsible.
Yes, doing something
about it. We can't say that something belongs to us and we are not interested
in taking care of it or developing it.
What does that tell anyone? It shows anyone and everyone that person is irresponsible.
Very true.
It's just like some other people who are married but yet not satisfied by their spouse because they failed to invest or to take responsibility for the progress of their spouse.
Yes.
And then they keep looking for other people's spouses to to hide. If you hide my own, I'll go push you. But you get the gist. So it's crazy how people think that we can be irresponsible even with our lands. So migrating is not the issue, but that it does not remove the sense of ownership from you.
Yes.
That you own Africa, that you own your place. Like Yoruba will say, "Emi oni fowo si, juwele baba mi." So a lot of us,
I think it's jewel.
in fact, there is no war anymore. In fact, there's no place. So you have to claim ownership.
You need to let those people that don't understand what we just said in Yoruba.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No.
Let them understand that and explain what you meant.
So what that means is a Yoruba proverb that says that I will not get to a point where I can no longer identify my ownership, my roots, or my father's property. That's what it means. Your roots as a person.
Yeah.
And every one of us has or have roots.
Yeah.
So we should be able to trace our roots.
Yeah.
And then we should be able to do something about our roots.
Yeah, exactly.
So migrate, move, but not with the intention that you don't want to be responsible. You don't want to take care of your own. Be responsible to your own.
Yeah.
Take care of your own.
Yeah. So even when people migrate, so your migration should be that you want to go develop yourself first.
Yes, it could be a plan.
You know, you want to develop yourself first.
Yes.
Then you bring that knowledge back to your own land, and then begin to create things or solutions.
Very true.
To develop your own land.
Very true.
So that your own land too can be competitive.
Very true. Very true.
You know.
Very true.
So the idea of people jackbarring is not bad, like you said, or like we are saying that it's not bad.
Yes.
But be conscious of why you are doing it.
Very
and
true.
There should be a kind of a goal behind it that I am still going to come back. There's still a place.
That should not even be a choice, you know.
Yeah,
that should not be subjected to.
We are not saying that should be your choice. Yeah.
That should be your sign of being responsible. That's what we are saying.
Yes.
You know, there are a lot of things that we cannot continue like this. There are a lot of things. You talk about religion. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue with the religion that has led us here.
Very true.
You talk about politics that we've played, the kind of politicians we've regurgitated, we've had to choose between evil. No. We can't continue like this. It's just pure sense.
Yes.
You know, the kind of roads we've been used to. You know,
pot that can swallow cars.
You know, we can't continue like this. The kind of bad infrastructures we've gotten used to, that it has gotten as bad as us praying for things like social amenities for light.
Do you know? Were you not the one that was telling me that natural NEPA lights?
Yes, it's because
NEPA light now is a natural disaster.
It's not now.
In foreign countries.
Yes, and it wasn't now that it started.
You can imagine.
I just heard it from a mainstream media in
that
America.
NEPA light is considered to be a natural disaster.
Natural resources.
Hey, natural disaster. I experience.
Yes, we are experiencing natural disaster.
The natural resources, which is NEPA light, we cannot enjoy it. We are not enjoying it.
For some people who don't understand that, it's just like the sun. You know, the sun is considered to be a natural resource.
Yes.
Because whatever you do about it, the sun comes up.
Yeah.
No matter what you do against it, the sun comes up.
Yeah.
So in some places also, they've considered electricity, PAC and electricity as sun. It's similar to sun.
Yeah.
So that they don't even negotiate
when it should come.
No, it should be on.
Yeah.
It should be on. Just the same way we don't negotiate about the moon, we don't negotiate about
the sun.
So you even running away from this madness. So there are a lot of things to run from, and I understand. I I understand that there are a lot of things to run away from. And in one of my articles I wrote why you should japa. So there are a lot of things Nigerians should run away from. Another thing is that because we will rant, we would discuss the problem, but we can't help but also talk about solutions, because it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, if we just come ranting.
Rant.
Without
we should rant actually.
Profounding solution.
But we should also think about solution.
And doing
the solution.
Yes.
So we would in the course of this, we would rant, we would discuss the solution, and we'll also inform you of the solutions that we have
started implementing
as a family.
Yes.
So one of the things that so let me talk about people who think that japa is a solution.
Okay.
Is because we have not been trained to think with a national mindset.
Very true.
We have been very individualistic in our thoughts.
Yes. Myself, my family.
No, you are primary, you are king. And once you are sorted yourself, every other person is just by the way. Just whatever I can give. But primarily yourself. And yourself, that yourself could now include yourself, your spouse, or your children. In some cases, we've even seen an extremely awkward environment where it's just yourself. Because how will you consider a guy who goes to the bar to have a drink and also do babalayi for every other person? With his children,
school fees is still there. He hasn't paid school fees.
Not responsible for those things. He's not even responsible. It's not that he's thinking about it. He's not even thinking about it. So that's someone who is just thinking about himself. Or how will you explain someone who japa, then remarried, then just to get passport?
Yeah.
So it's just once I sort myself, and that is what survival mode that we are in now. Because that's another thing to japa from. There's no sanity. You can't be discussing vision, passion. What is passion? Anything that pays the bill in this country is your passion. So in fact, there are a lot of things, a whole lot of things to japa from. But so the solution of japa comes as a solution because we are individualistic. We don't think about others. We don't think about national solution yet. But when we start thinking about others also, we realize that japa might not really be the solution. Especially the physical japa that we have emphasized, because we can japa in this day and age. A lot of tools is making japa easy. I japa through books. I started my japa in 1996, thereabout 1996, 1997. Through books, I stopped reading anything that has to do with my environment. And it's crazy. It's so crazy that if you don't have money and if you read a lot of books that has to do with environment, they spiritualize it.
Yeah.
That your poverty is from your father's father. Just like the same way, if accident is characterized not towards bad roads,
fixing the road,
not towards fixing the road, it's by who is pursuing you, who is not pursuing you. So it's just absurdity. It's madness to put it. So I started japaing in 1996 thereabout through books. I was reading books. I was reading books that were very instructive and mental development. And so I can't see any reason why I would not advise people to japa. But now it's beyond just books, technology.
Yeah. The internet is there.
The internet is there.
To explore.
There is no limitation to where you can be. And to how far you can go. Now. A lot of people are still bothering about getting visa when you can just use Google 3D to explore places in the world. As in, seriously. So then you can attend classes. I just signed up for a course that's powered by a Silicon Valley product, or let's say school of Silicon Valley. They came out of Silicon Valley. and then it will last for a year. And I'm starting
and you don't need
January.
you don't need to travel.
And you don't need to. You don't need to. So we constantly jackpot. How many times do you have interactions outside than just the internet and technology? So I advise that you jackpot, but the tools have changed. I think people who should be talking about physical jackpot might be people who maybe in 1980, 1970.
That have not
because the options there were limited.
Yeah.
So, but now I don't think physical jackpot is just exaggeration. You could walk anywhere. During COVID, I had clients I was servicing in Norway, in Sweden. There was a program, there was a training I did one morning like that, and then my wife was still on the bed while I was facilitating a course with some persons, and it lasted between 4 a.m. Nigerian time to about 8 a.m. Nigerian time. So there are no limitations right now. No limitations. But when we start thinking of every other person, then why should we think of every other person?
Why we should think of every other person is for yourself.
It's for yourself.
It's actually for yourself.
It's for yourself. Seriously.
It's for yourself. Because if other people are okay, hello, the problem that you will have to solve will be reduced.
Or yes, so some people might not know the concept behind the problem they would have to solve. Getting a dog, security dog, is not normal. Dogs were not designed to be your security dogs.
They are pets now.
They are pets. This is an abuse, But in Nigeria, we've taught this madness it's become a norm that people want dog not as a pet anymore, but as security dogs.
As security for them.
And why would you use dogs as security dogs? It's for burglars.
Yes, someone not to come and
burglars are minor criminals, because the real criminals dogs will run away. So it's just madness that we've taken. The other day I was watching an advert of people were advertising a screen protector, glass car screen, just like bulletproof.
For cars.
Mirror bulletproof for cars. And I was like, even individuals, even in some places, some presidents have reduced the number of bulletproof cars that they own. As individuals now, we are moving towards even everybody having bulletproof, because that's what it means. It means that you are having a mirror proof towards what? Towards meaning you cannot get stranded on the road. You are on your own.
Yes, you are not safe.
And the more we keep solving individualistic way, the more the problem keep increasing. And then we are already in the I wanted to use it in English now. Kuma Kuntos. I don't know the meaning, but it sounded like you understand that? It sounded like something that is
very serious.
So we can't continue.
We can't continue like this. We can't continue like this. So we are going to continue this discussion again.
Are we campaigning for sure?
Well, no, we just want a better Nigeria actually, because we cannot continue.
In fact,
that Flores face is just saying a lot to what we're saying.
For sure.
But really, we
can't continue like this.
So you'll be seeing more of us, more of this ranting, and then suggestions, solutions, and like we said, we'll also be sharing with you the things we have been doing already, and we've been seeing some little results in the things we are doing, and the things that we still want to do, that just the two of us is not enough, that we will need more people to have the same mindset that we have now
towards their land.
So if you like what you heard today, you can join us another time that will come up again. let's hear your view.
Or indicate in the comment section that you would like to join.
Yes. So let's
live.
even hear.
We can
let's,
do this.
Yeah, we can do it live.
And
let's listen
let's
to
rant together.
what you have to say, and let's
your
hear your solution.
But beyond ranting,
So your solution.
We suggested we can't continue like this. Politically, we are voting for Showle, because we know is someone that represents this perspective also.
Yeah.
Then secondly, we also said we are not jackpotting physically because we understand that
we have to be responsible.
We have to take ownership,
and
we have to be responsible. So let us hear what you're doing, and then whether you are going to stay because you are composed, or what's the English? You're confused, right? That's the way we are confusing it. So let's go.
See you some other time. Thank you.